Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ma'am. My name is Danay Sao Custodio and I am from BSc 1-9. My topic is about importance of human rights to law enforcement. So, before we start, let me ask you about what is your idea when you hear the word human rights? Just comment down your answers below. So, what is human rights? Basically, human rights is the rights and freedom of a person from birth until death. No one has the power to deprive these rights to any person. Simple as that. These human rights have their own characteristics. And these 7 characteristics are inherent, fundamental, inalienable, imprescriptible, indivisible, universal, and interdependent. First, the inherent. Inherent. Yes, human rights is inherent because it is not granted by any person or authority. It is belong to people simply because they are human. That's why it is inherent. The next one is fundamental. Fundamental. It is fundamental because the life and dignity of a man will be meaningless without these human rights. The third one is inalienable. Yes, inalienable. As I've said earlier, no one has the rights to deprive these rights to any person and it cannot be taken away. That's why it is inalienable. Next is imprescriptible. Imprescriptible simply because it is not prescribed by anyone. And these rights cannot be lost even if you fail to assert or use for a long period of time. The next one is indivisible. Indivisible. Human rights are not capable of being divided and it cannot be denied even when the other rights have already been enjoyed. That's why it is indivisible. Universal. Universal. It is universal regardless of your race, sex, or religion. Human rights are the same for human beings. The last one is interdependent. Human rights are interdependent because it is not fulfilled without the realization of the other. Let's talk about what is law enforcement. Law enforcement, from the root word enforce. Law enforcement, they are the people who enforces the law, punish those people who violate them. And next, we have to tackle the brief history of human rights. According to the Youth for Human Rights International, human rights is originally people had rights only because of their membership in a group such as family. Then, it is known today as the Cyrus Cylinder and now recognized as the world's first charter of human rights. In 539 BC, Cyrus the Great conquered the city of Babylon. His next action marked the major advance for men. He freed slaves and declared that all people had the right to choose their own religion and establish racial equality. These decrees were recorded on a baked clay cylinder in the Akkadian language with cuneiform script. It is known today as the Cyrus Cylinder and now been recognized as the world's first charter of human rights. This is the actual photo of Cyrus Cylinder. From Babylon, this idea of human rights is spread quickly to India, Greece, and Rome. The creation of the Cyrus Cylinder has started the general idea of human rights which we have adopted into this day. Next, we have to tackle the brief history of law enforcement in the Philippines. The Philippine National Police or PNP originated from the Philippine Constabulary or the PC, which was inaugurated on August 8, 1901, establishing it as an insular police force under the American regime. On August 8, 1975, Presidential Decree No. 765 was issued establishing the Philippine Constabulary Integrated National Police or the PCINP as the country's national police force. These fragmented and diverse locally police units were integrated into a national police force with the Philippine Constabulary at its nucleus. Later on, it was changed from PCINP to PNP. Next, the importance of human rights to law enforcement. Human rights provide fairness and equality in our society. In other words, human rights initiate fairness in the society by giving equal entitlement, where no one is above any other person. Next one is, human rights are essential for living a better life as it saves the citizens from excesses of the government. This means that by giving people their fair share of rights, it shields us from the possibility of the government abusing their power. The next importance of it is human rights is important because it helps the law enforcers to enforce the law without aggravating other people, and they enforce the law right because they know what is the rights of an individual people. Simply put, the enforcement of the law may or can only be properly effected when each person knows his her own rights. Next, advantage of human rights. The advantage of it is that we gain more equality in terms of job opportunities. As I have said a while ago, the general advantage of full knowledge of human rights prevents the chance of other people taking advantages of another by means of, but not limited to, discrimination and job opportunities. And now we are moving on to the disadvantage of human rights. The first disadvantage is the stereotyping is very influential in some situations. The second disadvantage is protection is maybe biased in some cases because application of human rights is not always fair across the board. These two disadvantages simply means that, as we see is happening in some areas of the world, the inadequate knowledge and implementation of equal rights bring times that a certain group or type of people is more favored and vice versa. And that's all for my reporting. Thank you for watching.